Hi guys, it's reaction time. We got Europe and One on One. Well, man, they're back. So it says under the video, after 9 years, they return with their 12th studio album, Come This Madness, which is out in September, actually the 25th of September, via Silver Lining Music. So I never was the biggest Europe fan way back, but I like them. I did like them. I wasn't one of these haters because of the Final Countdown song, like a lot of people were who were into rock and metal back then. They sort of almost, judged them on that one song, and I knew there was always so much more than that. But I was never the biggest fan, but I liked them. I think there was a lot of choice back then, like there is now, I suppose. But I'm excited to hear New Europe. Even like later in their career, I know they went this more bluesy route, and a lot of people like that. But I've heard that they're getting back, which pleases me, a bit more to their 80s sort of melodic rock sound on this album. That's what I've heard. Now, whether they will or not is a different matter. I suppose this is the first test of that. This is Europe. This is One on One. Here we go. Quite cool to get Peter Stormare in there. Seen him in loads of movies, obviously, so it's quite cool to have him in this video. So I really like, I don't think it's as, for me, captured more of that melodic 80s Europe sound for me. I mean, there's some synths in there that are sort of giving that sort of subtle sort of edge to them, to this song, but it's very modern sounding to me. I mean, it's not a bad song at all. I love the bass line. The bass playing is absolutely fantastic on here. Joey Tempest sounds great, of course. I mean, he's always had a great voice. I think he's lost some of the... Would you know that this was Joey Tempest if you, didn't know, if you just heard this come on the radio or someone played it to you? I'm not sure you would. He's almost lost... not the strength in his voice, almost the character in his voice. So I wouldn't be able to tell this is Joey Tempest's voice. He had quite, way back when in the beginning. I think his voice has changed. That's what I'm saying, and it will do with age. The power's there. I just think his voice has changed in sound, in tone, but he's still got a great voice. I like the chorus. I really like the chorus on this. I think that's the best part of this song. I think the verses are very modern sounding. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. If you watch my channel, you know that I love loads of modern music. But I think it probably wasn't what I was expecting listening to that, going back to our sort of original sound, which is what I heard was happening on this song anyway. It doesn't mean the rest of the album's not going to be like that. So I suppose it's a little bit of a difference in what I thought I was going to hear. But it's a good song. It hasn't got, like I said, that if they are trying to lose that for this album, that bluesy edge, I think they've definitely done that mainly within this song. There's some great guitar work that's quite heavy in parts, some of the riffing and stuff. I quite like it. I don't, it just doesn't sound like Europe to me. It sounds, I mean, I have touched upon their albums over the last few years and listened to them. It definitely sounds more that sort of Europe than it does the original, you know, the classic sort of albums in the 80s for me. But it doesn't mean it's a bad song. It means it just wasn't something I expected, I suppose. I was expecting more of this sort of, you know, mid-80s sort of sound, them sort of injecting some of that. I suppose it's just the expectation that you're going to hear something like that against what you actually get. But it's a good song. It's a really good song. Like I said, I think the chorus is the outstanding part on this and probably always should be. But yeah, it's good. Very modern sounding to me. So here we go for the rest, guys. Yeah, man, I think it was a good song. I love the solo. John Norum, of course, on the guitars. I love the way he like that first part of it, really catchy part of it on the high end of the guitar, then before he actually went into the solo proper. Love that tune there, that melodic guitar melody. That was brilliant. And yeah, the chorus, even though I liked it first round, you know, first couple of choruses I heard, really grew on me as well throughout the song. So really like that, man. Really looking forward to hearing the rest of the album to see, you know, what they're going to produce on this album. Whether they are going to hark back more classic to that sounding sort of sound that they had. I think, you know, you could really hear that in that solo as well, more of that 80s sort of sound with the melodies on the keys on the synths. So I think, you know, Mick McKelly is really doing a good job there in that song. So yeah, man. Brilliant bass playing by John Levin, by the way. I think that was outstanding throughout the song. Some really cool bass playing. I think that's probably one of the things that 80s Europe and many bands in the 80s, they weren't really worried about the bass playing, were they? It was very sort of basic most of the time, apart from if you go to Dave Lee Roth's band or something like that, you know, then it was a bit different. But most of the time it was very sort of, you know, that melodic rock. It was very sort of straightforward bass. But that bass playing was just outstanding. So yeah, well done to Jon Levin as well on there. So Europe, 1 on 1, the first single. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you soon.